And this prophet wasn't born with the revelation of the Qur'an in his brains. All human beings, as I've said before, at birth, they are born uneducated. All human beings. And that's why they are called ummi. Because they have a direct relationship to What is in Arabic means mother, or origin, or the beginning. Ummi is understood to be someone who remained like that, who did not get the culture of guidance, did not pursue guidance or loftiness. It has nothing to do with the Messenger of Allah that he was illiterate. And if he was illiterate and the people was illiterate, then unless you expect some magic to happen, an illiterate man can't teach an illiterate community unless there's some kind of magic which the Quran doesn't support at all. Because in chapter 2, verse 78, the Quran describes and defines the people of Ummi. Who are Ummi? وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ. And Ummi is not somebody who lived in Arabia in the time of the Prophet. I want us to understand this. All of us can be Ummi. Here is the Qur'anic explanation. وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ. From them are ummiyun. These are ummiyun, and who are they? La ya'lamun al-kitab. They do not know divine guidance. How much of the Quran do you know and do I know? How much of the Quran do you know and do I know? How much of the Quran do we really understand? We should consider ourselves ummi to the extent that we don't know divine guidance, and we don't care to know it. This prophet, when he was born, he was ummi. He didn't know divine guidance. As the Quran tells him in chapter 42, Surah Shura, verse 30, وَمَا كُنْتَ تَدْرِي مَا الْكِتَابُ وَلَا الْإِيمَانُ. Even you, O Messenger, had no knowledge of what the revelation was and what Iman was. So it means Iman has to be cultivated. Nobody is born with it because you're born in a Muslim home. Nobody is born with Iman because you're born to a Muslim mother and father, whatever that may be. Iman has to be cultivated. Nobody is born with the knowledge of the Qur'an because you're born in a Muslim country and you hear Qur'an all over night and day. These are dynamic philosophies that you have to really pursue. You have to submit yourself over a long period of time to learn. So the Qur'an told the Prophet that his job was to educate the uneducated about divine guidance. وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا أَمَانِيَّ وَإِنْهُمْ إِلَّا يَظُنُّونَ. Chapter 2, verse 78. You need to please study this. And don't study it to think it applied to the Arabs. Surely it applied to the Arabs then, but it applied to us now. Because there are many Muslims who don't know anything much of the Quran. And they don't care. Yet, they are reckoned as Muslims. Don't we take pride in the world that Islam is the fastest growing religion? Isn't this the pride of many Muslims? Oh yeah, we are more populous than Christian. We are doing better than Jews. We are outstripping the Hindus. Have you ever assessed what's the kind of Muslims we have? Go to the Muslim environments. Go to the Muslim country, the Arab world, go to Asia, go to Africa, go to the Caribbean, travel through North America. and analyze who is a Muslim and what he or she does to be a Muslim and remain a Muslim. And you will come up with more things that are outside this Qur'an than are inside it. So the Qur'an says, وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ. Ummiyun are people who don't know guidance. Guidance, they have no reference to it. إِلَّا أَمَانِيَّ. They think like that. They assume like that. There are many, many people. I have met a lot of people. You must have met too. Hope it's not me or you. Who don't know Islam but assume they know Islam. And that's why when they speak with the culture of the societies they come from, or they speak with what they hear wherever they hear. They don't speak as educated people. If I speak to you who study engineering science, you will speak with some authority. If I speak to somebody who study medicine, you will speak with some authority. You wouldn't speak like a layman who don't know anything about the human body or about mechanism. But the fact is, we have many, many in our communities, all over the world, who don't have any real relationship with divine guidance, but is what? They assume that they do. وَإِنْهُمْ إِلَّا يَظُنُّونَ. And most of what they do is what? Dhan. Or khurasa. Manufactured lies. Are you worried if you are in this category? Am I worried if I am in this category? Or it doesn't bother us? Life goes on, our rituals go on, it doesn't bother us. An ummi is a human being who has no relationship with guidance. An ummi does not refer to the people in the time of the Prophet, period. Yes, there were people in his time who were like that. And anytime you don't have a relationship with divine guidance, what a relationship you have? Then you make up things, you believe in made up things. Let's go back to that. Anytime your life and my life doesn't have a direct relationship with divine guidance, then what do? We do a lot of guesswork. We either follow guesses by other people, go through the Muslim communities. There is something called Jibt. I don't know if you've heard it, I told you about it some months ago. Jibt and Taghut. The Muslim communities are filled with Jibt and Taghut. All these manufactured ideas, spooky, spurious. So the Qur'an tells us, وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ. The Prophet's job was to teach the people the book. The Qur'an tells us in chapter 62 verse 2, هُوَ الَّذِي بَعَثَ فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ رَسُولًا. Hear that? هُوَ الَّذِي بَعَثَ فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ رَسُولًا. Allah sent the beloved Prophet to a people who had no relationship with guidance. It makes no sense if you tell people Allah sent an illiterate Prophet to an illiterate people. So what do you expect, some magic? That's why some Muslims, when you tell them go and study, come to study, if Allah wants to make me educated, He will make me educated. I was told this firsthand. Why you see the majority of the Muslims don't have time, don't have money to go to classes. Everybody wants the class at his doorstep. This one I'm living in London, that one I'm living in Kingston, that they want the teacher to be there where they are. Because that's the mentality they were brought up. But surely if you want to go to McMaster and you're living in Kingston, what do? You have to go there. If you're living in London, Ontario, and you want to go to UFT, what do? Relocate. Nobody makes excuses there. How come UFT is there and I'm living in London? Most of us make excuses for Qur'anic educational programs that are in our own interest with all these flimsy little things. Because all our lives we've been getting away with it.